guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and I'm the owner, creator, and coach for Believe in Better Finances. So for today's video topic, I wanted to share with you how you can set and achieve realistic financial goals. So as part of your New Year's resolutions or just in general, I always recommend setting various goals for yourself, and one of those categories should obviously be something financial. You might have one particular goal, maybe one big goal you want to work towards, or they could be several little goals or something in between. So with that, in order to set and achieve your goals, I recommend using what they call the SMART method. And SMART just basically stands for an acronym. So I'm going to get into what the acronym actually means and then go through probably two examples that you can tweak or modify for yourself when it comes to setting financial goals. So the first one with the word SMART is going to be S, so that's going to be the word specific. So the first element to any goal is to be specific enough about the goal itself. You don't want to be so broad that you're not exactly sure what that goal entails. So an example that's non-financial related might say, I want to get into shape. You know, New Year's resolution season is always about losing weight or getting fit or something like that. So just to say you want to get into shape, that might not be specific enough. So what does that mean? Does that mean you want to lose 15 pounds? Does that mean you want to, maybe you're not overweight, you just want to tone up. So maybe you want to gain more muscle mass. So again, the first thing being is you want to always be specific enough in your goal. So the next one's going to be the word M, or the letter M, which is measurable. So basically, a measurable goal is a clear definition of success for that goal specifically. So that could be getting into the questions of how much, how many, and just how will you know that it'll be accomplished. So you want to ask yourself those questions when it comes to measuring the success of the goal that you're setting for yourself. The next letter is going to be A, obviously, and that stands for attainable. So you want to ask yourself when you're writing down these goals, which is another tip, you want to always put them on paper somewhere, actually write them down, don't keep them in your head. But attainable is, you want to ask yourself, is this goal going to be realistically attainable to achieve? The next one's going to be R, which is realistic. So the difference, sometimes people get confused by attainable versus realistic. And a lot of times whenever I refer to the realistic part of the goal, it's really looking at the people around you. So the people that are involved in your life on a regular basis, based on the goal that you're setting up for yourself, is that realistic to do with all the other things that you have going on in your life? For example, maybe your goal is to take classes in the evening, and something like that. But if you have a full-on family, a spouse, children, and a full-time job, you might have to ask yourself, can you make time to do classes in the evening, or would it be more like online classes or classes on the weekend? And then the last one is going to be T for timeline. So within any financial goal or any goal in general, you want to set a timetable of basically how long it's going to take to achieve that goal. So, and also again, you want to measure it. How are you going to be able to achieve that timeline? So are there things that you can do on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis to measure progress with your goal? So I'm going to switch over and I'm going to show you two examples of financial goals that you can set for yourself. Again, these are just kind of generic in nature, but it just kind of help you start brainstorming different examples of goals that you could set for yourself. Our financial example in this case is going to be paying off all of your consumer debts minus your home mortgage. In this case, the way you'll know it's measurable is you're going to pay down your debts down to zero starting from your current balance. As you can see here, when you ask yourself, is this attainable? Yes, this is an attainable goal that you've set for yourself, because many other people have also paid off consumer debt or become debt-free. The way you'll know it's realistic is you want to ask some questions such as, is it possible to make progress with this goal based on your current income? An important thing is your spouse on board? And if yes, then this goal is realistic. The last thing you want to look at is T for time limited or timeline. You want to use some kind of debt calculator or put some numbers down on paper in a spreadsheet and actually see what it's going to take to become debt-free. And so in this case, you might say, my husband and I, or my spouse and I will be able to pay down our debts to $0 by August of 2017. My second example goal is going to be, say you want to contribute to your employer's 401k so that way you can get the match, which is a great goal to set for yourself. So the way you want to measure that is you're going to say, I'm going to plan on contributing at least 5% or more of your income to get the minimum match. You'll know that this is an attainable goal because many of your coworkers are likely to be able to contribute at least this amount or more. So in order to know if it's realistic, you want to ask yourself some questions like, is it possible to contribute at least 5% of your income into your 401k? Because this means you're going to have less take-home pay. And if not, can you make some adjustments to your budget and cut back on unnecessary expenses to free up some money? And so the timeline basically is on Monday, I plan to increase my contributions to 5% so that way you can get your employer's matching funds and start your journey to retirement success. So I hope you found that helpful. I know for me, goal setting is one of my favorite things to do. And I also encourage you to do this with your spouse if you're married. You know, work on goals together. That way, again, when both people are in the loop, you're more likely to hit the goal. So with that being said, please leave me a comment below on what goal you're going to be setting for yourself. If you're going to be setting more than one, then great job. But I definitely do challenge you to set at least one financial goal and then also look at kind of the overall pie of, you know, family, faith, fitness, financial, any other goals that you may want to set for yourself. Make sure and write them down. There are studies out there that say that people, I forgot the percentage off the top of my head, but people are definitely more likely to actually achieve their goal if they put it on paper and keep it in front of them. So for me and my husband, one of our big goals was to visit Australia a few years back for a 10-year anniversary. And you know, the cost of going to Australia versus going to, say, Disneyland or to a local beach in the area was going to be a lot more. So for us, it helped us to stay motivated by visualizing our savings towards that specific vacation goal that we set for ourselves. So again, write it down, put it on your refrigerator, maybe on your bathroom mirror, some place where you're going to see it on a daily basis. And then, you know, like I said, for us, we actually tracked our progress by, you know, the dollars that we were saving in our account. So I would write it down each pay period. I'd draw another line, add the amount in, and it would just stay as a constant reminder and motivator for each other. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did, and be sure to subscribe for future videos on all things money. See you next time. Bye, guys.